welcome back, fellow YouTubers, toy and toy train buffs, to another running session out here in the cave. This is a double special session, and I'll explain why in just a minute or so. But if you'll allow me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to brave the cave and wind my way through the mountains of boxes and give you guys a chance to see the crazy man behind the camera. Alright? Give me a millennium or two. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Can you hear me now? Of course I can hear. Okay. Almost there. Hello. Alright. Are you ready for the big reveal? Alrighty. Oh. Hi. Hi folks. Well, here I am, Ed Berg. First time I think I've ever shown myself on camera. Normally, obviously, I'm behind the camera. And for a good reason. I don't edit my films. It's just one shot and I do it. And so it's easier just standing behind the camera and editing. I mean, it's easier to stand behind the camera and film than it is for me to waste my time editing. Alrighty. So, how y'all doing? As he overlooks his empire, be that as it may. Oh, it's not a very big layout, but it's been a lot of fun. And I've had fun goofing around with it. And if you've watched my past videos, you know this thing has undergone a million changes. It's kind of like I liken it to a stage play. And every video is another act with different props, different actors. So, and this video will be no different. Some things you haven't seen before. Some things I haven't seen myself in a long time. And we'll get to it. But in the meantime, let's do a strafing run. Sure hope I find that thing. Oh, there it is. I had one of these when I was a kid. It's from Eldon. It's a Super Sabre. It came with 4 rockets that attach at the bottom of the wings. You put one of them here in the nose, which in real life wouldn't happen. They don't stick rockets in the air intake. Okay, it's just, but hey, it's a toy. It's from the 50s, and like I said, I had one just like it. This particular one, all silver, no markings on the wings, would have been available as a mail-in premium from, was it Kellogg's Corn Flakes, I believe? In any case, you know, it's one of those that you would send in for. Eldon made another version, all in red, that had the star and bar insignia and USAF on the wings, and that was for sale, you know, in stores. This one would have been the mail-in, and it has, as you can see, retractable landing gear. There are, or were 4, like I said, 4 rockets underneath. And what is it? It's about 14 inches long. Okay, pretty cool. So, it's on a strafing run over the city. Well, okay, this isn't going to work. How about that? Anyway, I'm going to get back down to the camera and we'll start playing with trains. How's that? So, oh, by the way, before I forget, and I'm a good one for this, thank you to all my new subscribers. I picked up a bunch this past couple weeks, and I hope you all enjoy the channel. I have a kind of goofy sense of humor that comes across sometimes, I hope. But that's okay, because it's all in fun, and if we can't have fun with this stuff here, then I don't know what we can have fun with. So, I'm going to brave the labyrinth. You know, doing this is like the labyrinth of Knossos or Knossos in Greece. And at any moment I expect meeting up with the Minotaur. Well, I'm unarmed, so I'm going to lose that battle if he shows up. Anyway, I'll be down. Hello again. As I walk through the valley of boxes, I fear everything. Because, man, it is a catastrophe out here. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm there. Hello. How you doing? Long time no see. What you been up to? Alrighty, folks. So, I have the camera on the tripodal device. You know, I've got this really cheap Vivitar tripod, and for most movements it's sticky. It sticks everywhere. I mean, you can't make a smooth movement panning hardly. Anyway, that's complaining. I don't need to complain. It is what it is. I've had it for years. I'm not likely to buy another one. But here we go. Alrighty. So, today's video is actually a triple treat. I just showed you one of the toys from my toy collection from the 1950s, the Eldon Super Sabre. And next, we're going to look at this Lionel 1666. Now, about 7 months ago, I posted a video of the 1664. That engine, along with this engine, right there, that one right there, were among my very first purchases when I switched from HO scale to O gauge back in like 91. The two purchases were probably made a month apart, okay? Unfortunately, this one here didn't work. You know, I should have taken care of that problem years ago, and I always thought, oh, well, I'll mess with it another day, and it ended up in a box. Well, another day turned out to be 20-some years later. Let's see, wait, 91, 01, well, 30 years later. And I finally sent it off to Ken Venlinger, and he was able to get it running again. So yeah. I'm glad to have it. It's an early post-war engine. Unfortunately, I don't have the matching, what is it, the 2066 whistle tender I think came with it. I don't have one of those. So I do have this 2046W tender, which came along a little bit later in the post-war years, but the two are still post-war, and that's what we're going to run. Alrighty, so as we run this thing, now what I did is I've been going through my trains, and there's a lot of loose junk around here. My collecting got the better of me. But anyway, I pulled out as many of these shorty gondolas that I could find right off the bat. Now, what's a shorty gondola? Well, let's see if my camera... Alright, it's going to be good enough. So, check it out. You will see where the gondola drops down, and at its lowest point, from the lowest point here to the lowest point there, you have 3 vertical ribs. I guess you would call it the standard gondola, is longer and has 5 vertical ribs from low point to low point. So, there's been some discussion on the Facebook, aka Meta, groups about shorty box cars. Chuck over at Chuck's Lionel and Mark's Trains, he's done videos on his shorty box cars, but I don't think anyone's done a video that more or less featured the shorty gondolas. These were made from the post-war years up until, I don't think they make them anymore, quite frankly. I don't think I've seen any shorty gondolas here of late. But so here's what we got. Just to make the train longer, I just kept out a couple of the 6401 flat cars. Then we got a Rail Blazer, Shorty Gone, Southern Pacific, Nickel Plate, and I'm calling this my mismatched train because I got a Penzi tender with a Santa Fe caboose. Wouldn't you know it, I had out my Pennsylvania, what was this, Pennsylvania Express or whatever, and I put everything away. After I put everything away, I decided to do this. I wasn't going to open that box again just for just for a caboose. So, okay. That's okay. Note to self. Buy cheap Penzi caboose and keep it handy. Alrighty. So that's on the inside loop. Oh, you know what? Let me see. The tender does work when it wants to. The whistle. No, all I hear is grinding. Alright, you heard it, folks. The tender does work. The whistle. The train takes a little bit of driving. But there you have it. It works. I'm going to park it there for now, and I'm going to pull up the star of today's show. I think what I'll do is rearrange my tripod here. Excuse me, I don't like bumping this around, but it is what it is. Okay, are we ready for the big reveal? Alrighty, as the world's biggest procrastinator, remember I told you how the 1666 has been lying around since like 91, 92, waiting for me to get it fixed? Well, this Milwaukee Road Milwaukee Road Hiawatha passenger set, I bought 3 years ago, and the box it was shipped in was still all taped up. I never even opened the box. Yeah. I really need to see a psychiatrist. I don't know. There's something wrong with that boy. So anyway, it are what it are. I bought it used 3 years ago. Overall, I would say it's in good shape. It runs beautifully. It's got ABA power units, 3 power units. It's got 6 cars. The cars themselves, let me pull it up. Now you can hear by the sound that it's got rail sounds by Lionel. The set came out in 2002, and I don't have my notes with me. What I'll do is I'll put the set number in the description. But you have, like I said, the ABA powered units with rail sounds, beautiful horn, got a nice enough bell. I believe you can run this on TMCC. Not sure, I'd have to look it up, but it doesn't matter. I don't have TMCC. I don't have DCS. I don't have any of that. The fanciest I have are things like the rail or line chief engines, I should say. And with those that don't have their own controller, well, I've got this to run them. But that's what I got. Okay, and I'm okay with that. The TMCC and DCS power systems are just god awful expensive, so I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, let's get down to the 6 passenger cars in this set. They're all aluminum. They're 15-inch. The engines in the cars all have separately applied grab irons and rails. Very nice, gorgeous. Let's see here. There we go. The cars have figures in them, so I thought that was cool. So we have the baggage car, the diner, the Red River Valley parlor car, coolness. The Superdome. The coach. And one of the most famous cars of all the Hiawatha consist, which they started, oh my god, I hate when I don't take notes, 1935, 1936. First you had like the beaver tail, but one of the most famous cars in railroading history actually is the Skytop Observation Lounge. The Milwaukee Road had several of them. This one is lettered Del Rapids. And let's see, can I get up here? This camera doesn't really focus well in recording mode like this, but it does say Hiawatha down there. All right. Well, let's see here. Alright, now that is a good angle. Alright. Yeah, well, it won't. I just have to do something like... there we go. Physically bringing the camera up to the subject works better than using the zoom. Alrighty. And it's full of people. Now, I did run a Hiawatha by Lionel set some months back, and it too had the skytop observation lounge. So now I got two of them. Terrific. So there's our two consist. Fun stuff. I'm adjusting the tripod, sorry. Let's get a little wiggly. Alrighty. There's our two consist. Essentially a post-war Lionel and a K-Line set from 2002. Let's get these puppies running. Oh, if you noticed, I digress. The M&M stuff is finally off, except for I finally put the M&M applique in the billboard. It's not hooked up or anything, but you know, it's okay. And I started putting buildings back on the layout. My burning building is back up there. And hopefully in the next month or so I can figure out what I want to do with this layout, you know, in regards to placement of the buildings and so forth. So not much of an update other than Candyland has been put away for a while. I still got some of the Hershey's and M&M's trucks and stuff on here, but it is what it is. Let's get this puppy running. I'll tell you what, let's bring them on home. Oh, way cool. So, today was fun. Now that the cave is warming up to the point where, you know, I can come out here with just a sweater and not Arctic gear, you know, I'm having fun again. All right, so until next time, folks, thank you for joining me in this little bit of a vintage toy review, as well as a running session of one of my very first purchases in the O-gauge hobby, and a too far or too much delayed opening of my and running of my K-Line Milwaukee Road Hiawatha ABA passenger set. Thank you all for joining me, and until next time. Oh, and again, thank you to my new subscribers. Hope you enjoy the channel. And until next time, tschüss, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, bye y'all.